I wake up early. I work my tail off. I buy so many planners and try to plan out my day and fill them up. I even try delegating some of the tasks to my family. But no matter how much I do, how hard I try, it is Hi, Christy here with Mom's Fine Truth. Now, we all know the cute poems, but one of these days, wouldn't it be nice to actually find out what it feels like to get our list done, to actually be able to do the cleaning and scrubbing and not have to always feel like we're pushing it off to tomorrow, to simply be caught up. Like, what does that even feel like? Caught up. It's such a beautiful phrase, but yet so far away and unachievable, or at least it feels like it. What about relaxing because your list is all done instead of simply because you gave up on your day? Wouldn't that be awesome? Do moms even do that? Yes, I'm here to say that yes, you can, and I can show you how. The secret is to assign every task in your home a system. So first step is to figure out all the tasks that you want done. Now make this your home upkeep tasks like chores and such, but also make this other repeatable tasks. This is any task that is repeatable that touches your schedule, whether it be your devotional time with Jesus in the morning, exercise, personal hygiene, any activities your kids have that interact with your day, anything. Even if you want to set aside a specific amount of time each evening to have one-on-one time with your husband, it is crossing your schedule. It's a task you write down. And this is going to be a rough draft, but just kind of think about the non-home items that you want to get done on a regular basis and that you want a system for. And then once you've made that list, I would start making another list for your home upkeep. And to do this, I would just grab a piece of paper and a pen and walk through room by room and just let that spark your memory. As you just look around the room, windows, curtains, dusting the surfaces, cleaning the light fixture. Just think through spot cleaning the carpet, vacuuming the carpet, cleaning the baseboards. Think about everything in the room that needs to be cleaned, every surface, everything, and write them down, and work through your entire house. So once you're done with that, you should have a rough draft of everything: home, out of home, personal, marriage, kids, the tasks that are going to be repeating over and over again. You have them written down. Now, if it needs to be tweaked later, that's fine. This is rough draft. But now you have your task. Now you need to assign each task a system. So in order to give a task a system, you have to ask 4 questions. The first question is how often? Now, I break mine down between daily, weekly, every 6 months, and zones. So daily is every day. And there are a few things that need to be done multiple times a day. Like sometimes we'll sweep the kitchen multiple times a day, maybe wipe down the dining room table multiple times a day, but at least once a day. Weekly is once a week. Every 6 months is once every 6 months. Zones, I learned from the Fly Lady, but I do them a little bit differently than she does. So with zones, each room in your home is a zone. After you've removed the daily, the weekly, and the 6 month chores, what's left for that room is the zone. So for instance, cleaning the light fixture. You don't need to do that every day. You probably don't even need to do that every week. But 6 months might be pushing it. a little bit more often than that would probably be good. So you've pulled your daily, your weekly, your 6 months, and cleaning the light fixtures left behind. So that goes in the zone. And then our family does one zone every week. I believe we have 9 rooms in our home. So every 9 weeks, the entire home has been deep cleaned. So for daily, it would be tasks such as a devotional, showering in an ideal world, then also dishes, wiping down the dining room table, sweeping up the kitchen, laundry, things that need to be done at least once a day. Weekly would be maybe vacuuming the carpets, sweeping all the floors, washing the sheets, cleaning the bathrooms. Then every 6 months, you'd be looking at things more like washing the curtains, wiping down or washing the car seats and strollers, maybe doing a deep clean on the inside of your vehicle. And then zone would be more like scrubbing the baseboards, the windows, the light fixtures, checking corners for cobwebs, things like that. So that is answering question number 1 as to how often. Now, question number 2 is who? Who is going to do it? Now, if your kids are not involved in chores at the moment or not heavily involved, it's going to be you or your hubby. And if your hubby is working a full-time job and you're at the home, most of it's going to be you. But I'm going to take this moment to suggest you check out a link below for the Overwhelmed Mommy Club, where I walk through all of this in even greater detail, simply because I have more time to do so. It's a 10-module course showing you how to go from a home full of chaos to a home of peaceful productivity. And in it, I have an entire module talking about how to, step by step, involve your kids in doing independent chores. So you can take this massive, overwhelming list that you just made and hand a good portion of it to your children, considering that they make the majority of the mess anyway. And then also I talk about how to involve your husband as well, especially if your plate is overly full. Okay, but for right now, you know who is available and able, has been trained to do chores, but you need to determine for each one of these tasks who is going to do them. Question number 3 is when. Now, you might feel like question number 1 already answered that. The difference here is between question number 1 says, I'm going to spend time with Jesus every day. Question number 3 says, I am going to have my daily devotional time at 6 o'clock in the morning every single day. Or the light fixtures, cleaning the light fixtures, is going to go on the zones list to be done in rotation every week. Versus question number 3 says, I will do the weekly zone every Thursday afternoon while my children are napping, or while my younger children are napping and my older children are assisting me. So it's actually pinning it down. It's like you've turned it from, I think I'm going to do it on this time span rotation, to I am putting it as an appointment on my schedule. I know exactly how often it's going to happen, who's going to do it, and where it's going on the schedule. And that time is blocked off for that task. Period. And then the 4th and final question is, do you have the reminder set up so you don't have an excuse of forgetting? So this can look different for each task. I have a scheduler on my phone where I fill every block of every day kind of on rotation. So I know exactly, I can always refer to it and see what's supposed to be happening during this block of time. And early in the morning before my kids get up, I have 2 hours where I can get stuff done. And on that block of my schedule, I have a list of things that need to get done every single morning. And then there's some things that are weekly and that changes by day, but that is my reminder of what needs to be done during that time. Same thing in the evening after my kids go to sleep. Same thing for an hour in the afternoon while they're having quiet playtime and I'm getting stuff done. Once you transfer a chunk of chores over to your kids, you can make actual physical chore lists to print off and post for your kids so that they will be remembering all the tasks that need to be done. And also in the Overwhelmed Mommy course, I have free printables exactly for that reason, that are picture-based, because your kids can start being amazingly productive with chores and independent in them well before they know how to read. And so it's picture-based, so no one has to struggle in understanding what's on the list. And then for the 6-month chores, I just have an appointment in the calendar on my phone to ding every 6 months, and the notes of that appointment is the list of chores. Now for the zones, I have in my notepad on my phone, I just have a list for every single zone. So when it comes to the afternoon that we are doing zones, I can just pull that note up on my phone and we can just work our way down the list. You can also type up your zones list, print it off, and literally just put it in the center of the room, and you and your kids can just knock it out. Outside of the kitchen, zones never take us more than 30 to 45 minutes a week. And investing that time once a week, our entire home is deep cleaned every 8 to 9 weeks. All right, so as I said, after you have set up a system for every single task, every task that you need to get done now has an appointment slot on your schedule. But here's a frequent issue that us busy moms have, is there's just not enough slots in your days to fit all the tasks that you're trying to give an appointment to. So what do? 2 options. Because what a lot of us do is we're just like, well, it doesn't fit, so I'm gonna have to wing it. And what happens there? We never get it all done. Why? Because there's physically not enough time to get it all done. I don't know why we think over and over and over again that this is gonna pan out, because we literally cannot find time for it on the schedule. Literally don't have the time for all the tasks we're trying to shove into our schedule, but yet we think if we wing it, it's just gonna work out. But it doesn't. It just doesn't. And so we need to come to grips with that fact and address it another way. And there's 2 options there. One is that you cut. You don't have enough slots in your schedule to fit all your tasks. You cut tasks. That might be outings or activities your kids are involved in. Maybe that's extra activities you've signed up for. Maybe you're being a little too ambitious in your home upkeep and you are cleaning that light fixture every single week. Whether it fully needs it or not, you need to cut back a little bit. Maybe you need to get creative and maybe you're trying to make meals from scratch for your family, and it's just by the end of the day when you need to make dinner, chaos has ensued, you're behind from the day and it just keeps not working out. Maybe you need to set aside a couple hours on the weekend to do some food prep ahead of time so that you can remove those appointments from the daily and put them on the weekly in a time gap where your husband's home and you're able to focus in the kitchen. There's a lot of ways you can play with that, but bottom line, if you don't have enough slots for your tasks, you've got to get rid of some tasks. So that, again, that might be from actually just cutting them, or you can also get rid of tasks from your slots by putting them on someone else's slots. And that's what we do. We are so guilty of this. All of these tasks that need to be done, we've decided they're mommy tasks because we're mommy. We take care of the home, we cook the food, we care for the children. So there are tasks, but that's not true. A home is a team, or at least it's supposed to be. One, because we're all living here. We're all eating the food. We're all making the messes and the dirty laundry and all that. But secondly, because the other members of this home, excluding your husband, need to learn how to care for a home, how to be independent workers, how to be thankful for all the work that goes into this, how to be a team player in the family. And so it is vital that we delegate, not only for our sanity, but for our training of our children. And so a very simple way to get tasks out of your time slots is to fill up your children's, so that you can fit all the tasks in, because you have multiplied the slots that are available and you're getting everything done, but you're also all learning so much in the process and growing together. It's great to play alongside of our children. It's better to first work alongside of our children. Another benefit to having every task have an appointment slot in somebody's schedule is that if the slot hasn't come yet, you can put it out of your mind. So if you finish the task for today by the evening time, and you start looking around, I don't know why I keep going to light fixture, but you look up at the living room light fixture, you're like, there's a little bit of dust on there. I could wipe that off and scrub that up. But then you're like, no, because that's a zone activity, and the living room zone is next week. So I'm gonna wait and do it with the zone next week. And I'm done with today's task, actually, so I'm gonna relax and hang out with hubby and actually fully enjoy what it feels like to be done with my list. And when the appointment for the light fixture comes up, I'll take care of it. See, when we don't assign a system to all of our tasks, it's chance for them to just run across our brains. Sometimes areas of our home can get so filthy, and then we feel so guilty that an area of our home got so filthy, but at the same time, we didn't have it assigned to a specific time and person and system. And so it just, for a while, it just didn't really cross our brains, and so it just didn't get done. So one of the tricks to really doing systems well is, one, doing systems is going to help you stay more on top of every area of your home, but also it's going to keep you from obsessing over every area of your home, because you know that even if it's not 100% perfect all of the time, it's under control and it's going to stay under control. All right, so wrapping up this, I know it's a lot of information. There's a lot more I can say. Again, I cannot stress this enough. Click the link below and join the Overwhelmed Mommy Club. It is only $7 a month, and you will have continuous access to a 10-module course walking you through how to teach your kids to respect authority, how to get everyone in your home to sleep through the night so you're rested to tackle all of this, how, again, even in more depth, how to put a system to all of your chores and how to move a massive amount of chores to your children's schedule and have them independently do those chores so you're working alongside of each other. Also, how to declutter and organize your home. There's so much information there. There's also a Facebook group where you can go to ask questions, give concerns, vent, get encouragement, whatever that looks like. There's also a members only podcast where I will take questions and concerns off of the Facebook group and I will answer them. Every single month I do that. And again, all of this for $7 a month. So click the link, join today. And then after you join, come back, and the next video I have up for you is answering the question of, why does my house always look so cluttered? And what is one secret that I can use to help that? Well, that's all I've got for today. But remember, I'm always here if you need me.